Hi everyone, I'm Margie O'Brien with this Capital Spotlight. Oftentimes, communications can help to solve a problem, and that is the idea behind a new piece of legislation submitted by Representative Patricia Morgan, communicating between different agencies to solve a problem. Let's talk about that.
That's right. Actually, the Rhode Island State Grange talked to me a couple of years ago about an idea they had about cross-reporting between animal abuse and child abuse. Turns out there's a high correlation between the two. So if you find animals being abused, there's a high likelihood that children in the house will also be abused and vice versa.
So this would be a cross-reporting system. Would the police and maybe DCYF be in charge of contributing to the reporting, but who would actually be in charge of operating the system, I guess I should ask?
Yeah, that's to be determined by the executive branch. For instance, in Connecticut, caseworkers, social workers who go out to the home and they find evidence of abuse, they would report it, in the case of Connecticut, to the Department of Agriculture. I don't know where that comes from, but that's who took it. Same with animal control officers who go to a home or a place and find that animals are being abused. They report it to one player. That player then, or that agency creates a list that is disseminated once a month in Connecticut so that everybody knows where the instances of abuse are, and they have found a 30% correlation there. They have...
What a great way, though, really, just to have a greater awareness about a situation. I mean, as a former reporter, you heard so many times about a person that was capable of homicide did something terrible to an animal in his earlier days.
That's right, exactly. I mean, there is a high correlation, and if an animal is being hurt and there's a child or children in the house, there's a high likelihood they are as well. Or even the psychological damage of watching an animal being beaten or not fed or something like that. I think it's really important that we establish this in our state, and it really has very little cost or effort involved in it. We just have to identify which agency will collect the information and disseminate it once a month.
So you're expecting this to be pushed right through then? This should be a good bill.
I hope so. 3 years ago we had a hearing on it. When Governor Chafee was in, everybody was in favor of it. I don't know why it wasn't passed then, but I'm hoping that this year it will be. And I really hope that everybody calls their rep and asks for it to be passed.
Representative Patricia Morgan, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
This was another Capital Spotlight. I'm Margie O'Brien with Capital TV.